So I want to talk a little bit about this template and how it works. I think once you get to know it, you're really going to like it. And I think it's going to really help our kids and our parents so that we can be really consistent with what we're doing across the district. So let's talk about what we have. First of all, I want to mention this. This is all about navigation. So please don't change anything that is going to affect navigation. All right. Don't add like a whole bunch of buttons. Don't throw a big Bitmoji classroom on the main page here where you're expecting kids to click on stuff, because that is going to be the opposite of what we're looking for. We are trying to make this very streamlined and very uniform. And I know that some people think that that's kind of boring, but it does help tremendously with people finding the content that they need. And that's super important right now. So, as experiencing this as a student, what they're going to be doing is they'll go into coursework, and ideally this is what's going to happen. Actually, I'll tell you what, let me go in and just show you how to look at it literally as a student. When you are on the home page of a Canvas course, let's back up the truck here. It does not back up fast. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to student view over here on the right hand side. I'm going to click that, and we can kind of look at it from a student perspective and see what they see. This is really nice to help you figure out what you have hidden that shouldn't be and what you don't have hidden that should be, okay? So this is the student view. So what they would do to navigate, they would click on coursework, and then that would take them to a unit list. There are 3 places where you're going to change the word current just about every week. A little less, okay? The unit 1 probably won't change every week. So you're going to update the word current right here, all right? They're going to see the word current and they'll know where to click, okay? Then it's going to go to a week view, or a unit 1 overview with, with the weeks listed. This is the second place. This is number 2, where you see the word current, and that's something you're going to be updating, okay? Notice there's an image placeholder. That is one place you can put a picture of your choosing in. All right. And that takes you to this view, which is similar to the lesson plan that we created last spring, the weekly plan, because we were really trying to outline for parents what their kids should be doing every single day, right? So as your students in high school are working through this, they might not have class every day. They have A day, B day. It is okay if you were to combine on one of these sheets Monday and Tuesday, right? Because one is an A day, one is a B day. And you can say, here's our work for Monday, Tuesday, here's our work for Wednesday, Thursday, etc. Then they would ideally have something written here for what they're doing in class today, what is due today, and what their homework is for the next class. And then we would like you to link that to the appropriate assignment or the appropriate content so that it is really easy for them to find, okay? Now, ideally, it would also look like this. So if they clicked on modules over here on the left, we want them to see, here it comes, we want them to see the student e-learning resources, where they have their tech support link up here at the very top. And we're going to show them the Netiquette that we want them to use. And then we're going to show them Unit 1. And notice I actually have the rest of the weeks hidden right now because they don't need them yet. And then I'm going to have whatever content they need to have available right now is going to be visible. There's actually a lot more in here in the modules list, but I have all of it hidden because I want to simplify this as much as possible for our kiddos. We don't want them wading through tons of stuff to find what they need. Okay? And this is the content, this is where it lives right here, that we are going to be linking to from that weekly plan. All right? So let's get out of the student view and let's see how this changes. Let's give it a second. Here we go. Okay, so you'll see now that I'm in the teacher view, I have a teacher resources section up here at the top. This is really good, guys. This best practices and how to, there's some really great information. I know you're really overwhelmed with stuff right now, so I would recommend that just make a plan to, at some point, revisit this and go look at it, because there is really quality stuff in there. We've also got a link to our e-learning recommendations, so that that's very handy for you. But this section is going to stay hidden from the children, okay? Then this is the module that we are going to show them all the time. And then we have each unit, right? And by the way, if you're not using this right now, you can click this little drop down and you can collapse these things so that this cleans it up a little bit for your view too, okay? Because I know it gets a little overwhelming, a little bit long. But we're working in Unit 1, so we'll leave this. This is the third place that you're going to be changing the current week. And this is really easy because you just grab this by the little 8-dot handle on the left and you just slide it to wherever it is. Okay, so you just move it to the current week. That's all you do. All right, and what you'll find is that this template came with a whole bunch of units, probably or could be specified by your curriculum area. They might have adapted this already to meet the needs of your particular content. And then any content that you already had in your blueprint, if you're importing this into a blueprint, if you already had a ton of content in there, it's going to go at the bottom, okay? And as you create new content, we're going to stick it at the bottom. And I would advise that you organize it in modules down here by either unit or by week, or something really easy like that, okay? So you can create new modules at the top just by clicking on this button, so that you can add all of your content down here at the bottom. Now, I had this whole module about SpeedGrader already in my course when I pulled my new template in. And so that is what I'm going to use to demonstrate as, like, that's my content. Okay, so when you go in here to one of these week plans, and you want to edit this. Okay, here we are. So here is our plan. So what we would do is we would figure out what we want the students to do, and we would type it right here. Now, if it's something that they're going to be doing offline, obviously you wouldn't link that. But if it is a specific assignment, like maybe it's, let's change this. Let's say it's assignment number 4. You would give the title of the assignment, and because that is in Canvas, we're going to highlight that assignment. We're going to come over here, we're going to go to assignments, and my entire list of assignments will show up, and I can just click on that and it automatically links that text. Super easy, right? Okay, so what if you guys were using modules in your blueprint, and you have modules created where you have it set up so students have to work through all the items in a module in order, and they have to finish one before they can move on to the next, and so forth. And so really you have a module for a week, and you just want them to work through that module over the course of the week. In that case, what you can do is something like work through module 1, and you can put that on multiple days for in class today. Now, if you choose to do that, I would recommend that where you see due today, that you would give the students some idea about pacing. Like, how far should they be on day 1 of this, right? How far should they be on day 2? Because we want to make sure that we give them as much guidance as possible. So we can do this, and what we can do is actually take this text, work through module 1, and we can link it to an entire module. So all of my module titles are right here, and I can go to SpeedGrader. Don't link it up here to Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, etc., because these are just those week view pages like you see over here, right? We want to go down to our content and link to our content. Now, what that looks like for a student is that when they see this plan, and they click on work through module 1, it will actually open the module view, and it will send them directly to that module that you want them in. Give it a second. Wait for it. There you go. Okay, so here it is. So it took us directly to that. It put us in the module view, but it took us directly to the one that we want them to be in. Okay, and again, that is just going to help direct their attention exactly where they need to be and help them find what they need. Okay, so whatever your content looks like, if you've got content in Canvas already, it's going to work with this template. All right, so hopefully you can see how this is really just an organizational structure that's helping us be uniform in directing students to what they need. Okay, I want you to also notice how many things over here are hidden. We have this very simple. We only have home, modules, and right now Mastery Connect are over there on the left-hand side. And I think that is genius because they don't need all the things in the world over there on the left, okay? That is going to simplify their life. The less navigation they have, the better. And hopefully that helps you understand how we're going to use that template a little bit better. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, email me, or I am going to set up some virtual office hours so that you can come by and get some help if you need.